What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome everyone to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Houston Cougars, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Looking for a man, it's Wegman. They're working that left side. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. The Cougars will keep this drive going.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
Gotta start for this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Holds and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot. You can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Back to throw, it's Wegman. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they got it at the 42. And the Cougars are moving quickly down the field. Handoff to the lone back. Look out, he's got room. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Off play action. fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Johnson. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Got his man quickly. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Cougars. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Jackson will throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Houston. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Coming out with it, it's Farmer. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Knights will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field it close to the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. He's got it on the right, inside the 35. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Bringing the heat. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wide receiver comes in motion. Fights off a defender. Shaking bounce house living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. And some room to work. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Now from inside the red zone. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. And they swarm him under.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
Throws to the tight end. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Arkansas delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Fayetteville. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Makes the grab down the left side. Finds some room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Knights!
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the... Five-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
To the air, it's Wegman. Complete to the left. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Gonna run it. It's Connors. Got the first down and more. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Pocket breaking down. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He'll pitch it. There he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Wegman. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the back. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Caught over the middle. It's Ashley. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know success.
They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Knights come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give out of the gun. Turning it on! They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Quarterback on the keeper. Running into the open space. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the up.
Turning on the Jets. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Unleashes one deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left at a third down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
The bounce house is rolling here on third down, trying to help UCF. Dropping back, it's Wegman. That's reeled in, it's Broussard. Shoved out of bounds, they'll mark him down at the 15-yard.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
The play action fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. So far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Houston, hello! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on third down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Florida took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Gainesville. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Jackson gonna throw it. That's caught. It's Nixon. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Farmer. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before trying to get behind the defense. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, UCF! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you've got to have an execution, has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Farmer. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Finding open areas. He's loose. Wide open spaces. The 30. The 10. Touchdown Knights. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Right down the middle. And it's incomplete on third down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeps it on the bootleg. Got it in the middle. It's Montgomery.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They'll move the tight end. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Nixon. Still on his feet at the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Jackson will throw. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Defense just has not had an answer for this tight end. We knew he was athletic coming into this one, and they've lined him up all over the field, but the defense has not been able to cover him. He's now got over 150 receiving yards.
In the red area, it's Montgomery. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He wants to change this route. Tight end now in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Smashes it between the uprights. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the shotgun, the inside give. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Hands it off. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Release to the back. Right on the money. At the 40, there he goes. Flying out to the left. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this and running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. A little screen to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Burke. Oh, out of space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Breaks the tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It leads to 2nd down.
The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Bounced off his feet.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Motion from the wideout. On the move. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Coming up.
This double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. Houston, 34. UCF, 24.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Going deep. He's got it on the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
33 on the play.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Using his legs, it's Sanford. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll run play action. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It's a seam wide open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scramble.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cougar! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll bring it out. It's Ashley. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Jackson will throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch.
And down he goes back at the 3. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. They'll run the screen. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Well, that time on 3rd and long, they just took what the defense gave him. Nothing down the field. They were hoping maybe he could make somebody miss after the catch. Wasn't able to do it, so now it sets up 4th.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Houston has it with a 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. And the beatdown has ensued. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ashley. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Jackson going to throw it. Unleashes it. Got his man. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Suddenly, after that last big play, they're on the move. 1st and 10 from the 44. Throws to the back. That's caught. It's Nixon. Wide open on the right. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. They'll run the screen. Lots of running room. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. On the option. He'll pitch it. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back or put the pressure on their own defense.
Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. The DBs will back off a bit. Oh, they're after him. Oh, what a cut! And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Now the pitch. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
And man, what an interesting call. 4th and medium, and the offense says, run. They don't want to pass the football. They run the option. They get it to the pitch man. He catches it. But this defense does a really good job. You can tell they know where the sticks are, and they get the big turnover on downs.
And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory, and he might have a question or two to answer about that decision. They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Jackson will throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This time on target. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. They'll run the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, 1st down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Quarterback adapting. Got it in the middle, it's Ashley. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.